Hello everyone, it is me, Josh, as you know, the host of Wrestling Reverb. I've been teasing some kind of announcement for the last few days about something different coming from me. First and foremost, for those of you who are watching this who don't know my kind of story with this, I'll briefly run it down. So my name is Josh. I started Wrestling Reverb, just a podcast about wrestling, about 11 months ago, and it has taken many twists and turns I did not think it would take. It has taken me to leading to a spot on Brainbuster Radio with some incredible people who I love dearly, and we're legitimately like a family. But Wrestling Reverb is just a podcast that I started originally on my own. It's completely from nothing. It's something I've really built quite a good fan base on, and interacting with people that I'd never thought I'd interact with, and it's just been really, really fun. And pro wrestling is what I love the most, and what I continue to love the most, and whatever it may be. But yeah, pro wrestling is Wrestling Reverb, I should say, is just been so much fun, and it will continue to be fun, and it's just a really fun time. Me and my host Kevin Carroll, we have the best time doing this every Friday on Brainbuster Radio. We get to release something different every kind of week, and we've really been having fun with it. But what I've noticed in the last month or two is that I have been trying to expand on some other things. I've been talking about some other things on Twitter. I've been just putting out different things just to see if it has any of interest from people or just interest from me, whether I can sink my teeth into it or not, to do some other things, to talk about some other things. And I've been kind of planning this for the last few weeks or so, and kind of made it known to my Brainbuster family that I kind of wanted to expand it to some other things. So this announcement is just to announce that number one, Wrestling Reverb is not going anywhere. I'm not changing Wrestling Reverb. Wrestling Reverb, as you know it, is staying the same, only continues to be more fun than ever, and it's continuing to stay on Fridays on Brainbuster Radio, and just whenever I need to put out a different episode in the week, it stays on my feed. You know where everything is for Wrestling Reverb. But what I'm starting is a new show. I'm starting a new show. It's going to come out every single Tuesday. The first few episodes I'm going to put on Wrestling Reverb's feed, so you can kind of know where to go on, but I'll put all the links in that you'll find on my Twitter. My Twitter handle will be changing again just to kind of match this. I'm sorry for changing it again, but it will just match the fact that this is going to be a little bit more, a little bit different. So what this show is called Diving In with Josh, and I'm going to take wrestling fans from any kind of neck of the woods, and talk about other interests, talk about other loves, talk about other hates, talk about other things, talk about their life, talk about their struggles, anything in between. Essentially, the security blanket is that we're all wrestling fans. So on Diving In every week, there'll be a different guest. Sometimes we'll get some recurring guests, but and we'll take you through whatever the topic may be. I want to talk about everything from music to video games to television to pop culture to life experiences. I don't want to shy away from the uncomfortable stuff like depression and mental health, religion, whatever topic it may be that me and the guests decide on that week, we'll talk about. And it's just a different kind of take on other things that pro wrestling fans like. Like I said, the security blanket is that we're all wrestling fans, and we do have other interests, and we do have other things outside of our life that sometimes we want to dive in on, and that's what this show is going to be about. It's going to be about the other stuff that happens in a pro wrestling fan's life. I've always prided myself about being open and honest with things, and probably oversharing, but that's my choice, and I kind of like doing that. I like being authentic, and that's what I want from this show. I want people to, it's a safe spot. It's not a judgmental thing that I want to learn about their life, and it's just more so an open book and a completely open-minded chat about anything that it kind of leads into. That's what Diving In is going to be about. So you'll find it every Tuesday. Like I said, you'll find the first 2, maybe 3, maybe just 1 episode on Wrestling Reverb's feed. But then every place that you can find Wrestling Reverb, you're going to be able to find Diving In, and all of the information will be kept on the same Instagram, on the same Twitter. They're going to be joint. It's still coming from me, so I'm still going to be tweeting a lot about wrestling, a lot about other stuff. It's just going to be a complete variety podcast, and that's what this is about. You can see this video explaining all the details, then there'll be a podcast episode that drops as well that kind of explains exactly this. But that is what the announcement is about, and that is what it is. Diving In every Tuesday. You'll find all the links that you need to find, and you'll find everything you need to find on my Twitter. You'll see the new handle. At the moment, it's WRJoshi, but it will be changing to something else, just to reflect the change of this, and I apologize again for changing my Twitter handle again, but it's just necessary. You'll still find me on Instagram. That'll be reflective of the Twitter one as well. And yeah, I'm really excited to start talking about some other things, and continue to kick ass on Wrestling Reverb on Brainbuster Radio, because that's what I love to do as well. But yeah, find Diving In every Tuesday. You'll be able to get it wherever you find podcasts, and you'll be able to find it on Wrestling Reverb's feed for a little while as well, just to get you kind of accustomed to how the show's going to feel, and a different side of me as well, not just guests and stuff like that, but a different side of me. But that will do it for this announcement, and I hope everyone tunes in. It'll start in the next few weeks. I'll get some Diving In stuff started. Just look out for an announcement date to follow this very, very soon. And you'll hear some familiar voices from the wrestling community, as well as some new voices I hope to get on the show as well. And you can, if you are interested in being a part of Wrestling Reverb or being a part of Diving In, I please encourage you to DM me, tweet me, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever you need to find it. And yeah, I just hope you really enjoy a different side of Josh, a different side of me, different side of wrestling fans that you know and love, and a different, just members of the wrestling community that you can get to know a little bit more beyond wrestling. And that's my kind of take. And I hope you all tune in for when it begins, and continue to tune in for Wrestling Reverb every Friday on Brainbuster Radio, and whenever I need to release a few bonus episodes, that will happen as well. But you'll notice a few little changes, just the way things are approached in terms of just how things are released in titles and stuff like that. You'll notice a few little changes, but the core of this is not going anywhere. Wrestling Reverb is staying, and Diving In will begin very, very soon, and I hope you all tune in. Peace out.